Okay, now, good evening, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, depending on the time zone where you are. I want to take you through how do you manage a project using collaborative tool that can help you to manage the team on the project as well as the work items. So I'm going to be going through the things. I think I can like my approach is I want to train you from scratch. So in doing so, I'm not going to use tools or platforms or technologies that I'm also using too. But I want to believe that I'm also part of you so that we learn together on how to manage the software projects using any tool of our choice, depending on the organization where you will be and their what choice of the tools. So now I want us to basically, there are quite a number of software project management tools that we can use. For example, you can use Microsoft Azure, Microsoft Project, you can use Trello, you can use Jira, you can use ClickUp, you can use quite a number of them. Yeah, even Monday is also one of those good software project management tools. Only that these are all paid tools. And if you want to exhaust the functionalities of these tools, you have to subscribe and pay. But then we shall look for one that has a free version, but of course it will have limited functionalities or privileges, but we can at least try to go through a few. So I want us to go through anything, any tool, so that we can manage a simple project briefly. Yeah, you don't want to record very long videos. Let's go maybe to Google and try to find out something that we can use. We can use ClickUp, I think. See, ClickUp software management software. ClickUp. Let's go for ClickUp and see what it will offer to us. ClickUp. Okay, they are requiring us to sign up, enter your work email, and say that certain entity, and I click get started. So you can use your student emails. By the fact that they said work email, maybe they don't accept Gmails. Let me try it. Let me give it a try and see. Gmail.com. So get started. Let's see what it has to offer us. It has passed. I'm assuming it has passed. Full name, say somewhere. Names. Then we can create a password. Proceed. save this password. We just emailed you. Okay, now that means I have to go to my what? My Gmail. Actually, that was the confirmation that any email can be what? Acceptable. So let me check my email for the code, because when you look here, they're saying that we just emailed you. So let me check to see what they have done. What they have sent me. The password. Let me in here. Let's see what they have sent us. See, yeah, they are saying the ClickUp team, ClickUp verification code, which is the 7. So I just copy this, go to, yeah, I enter it here, and I click on verify. So it is verifying, What would you like to use ClickUp for? And say what? Because I told you every time I meet you, let's be we are at real work. So let's say we're going to use it for what? For work. But I think when you choose work, they may want to charge us. But let's see. Anyway, maybe a team of 1 to 10. How many people will you be working with? Maybe 2 to 10 people. Yeah. Then which solution would you like to start with? And so maybe IT. How did you hear about us? These are for their marketing requirements. You can just pick any friend or colleague and invite people to your workplace. If we were online, actually, I would do what? I would do actually pick a few people's emails so that I share here, so that you also receive the invitations to join. But I think let me go to your learning. UMU.sc.ug. Let me try to retrieve a few emails that I can use here, so that you are able to receive some invitations. Is our learning process. Okay, login with the access blocked. Just a moment. Let me try to come here in and see what happens. Okay, so let me go to your course and choose a few individual emails that we can use for testing. Let me hope, anyway, since you're not loud, you may not be able to respond, but I want to be sure if I'm loud enough, you can hear me. But let me just go to pick a few individual emails here under your course, a few people from mail, then I'll also pick a few from let me check. Let me check here among the what? Among the participants. Yeah. Kena Andrew Sidini Kaluga. Last time you were very active. I think I can take you. Paste it here. I come back to and for Vumbi Tone, I'm hoping that this is the Tone who is the influencer, the TikToker, the brand ambassador, everything. Yeah. Me also pick Jamira. I pick Jamira. Yeah. Bring Jamira here. Check. Yeah. Pick each other person from here. Okay, I can also pick Rita plus rep. Then I can also pick yes, Yiga Ivan. And cross to Vaga. I pick also a few people. We can proceed. Just to go back briefly here. Yeah. Shall I come here? Same one. Then I go to this one. I go to use participants. And I pick a few people. I pick Albert. Pick Albert here. I can pick this. And also pick I could pick. Then I'm wondering, I cannot see some individuals. I can pick any because I know everyone at least. Let me pick Jessica. And finally, who? And Davis. Come back with these ones. So let me just send an invite that you have received the invitations. Then they are asking, do you use any of these tools? Okay, we can say yes or no. Let's proceed. Do you use, okay, lastly, what would you like to name your workspace? Okay, we can call it maybe e-voting. E-voting, and we do what? Finish. Let's see where it takes us. Loading. Is loading. Let's wait and see. Yeah, since we are running on job, let's see where it takes us. Yeah, finally. Welcome to click. Okay, we can skip their what? Their video. And let's do this together. Our project, I can see project one, but you can call it, you can rename it what? Sites, like design importing what? Application. So we can say we're going to have, like I said, these tools are quite what? Are quite similar. Let's see what happens here in what? In can rename it actually to something like meeting what? Meeting stakeholders. Now in the add, when we come to adding description, here we can say maybe it the returning what? Officers. Then the chair, electoral commission. Then we can also candidates is among the stakeholders, then also the students. Okay, like in case maybe we want other subtasks, meeting stakeholders, okay, be one of the subtasks. Okay, and maybe understanding the what requirements. Save. Okay. Then we can say we are assigning this task to, we are going to assign this to Albert, and then we allocate the time when this is expected, and put the start date as maybe today. Then today at what time? Let's assume maybe the time any. Then due date tomorrow at what time? We can say maybe tomorrow around the time. Yes. Okay. Back here. That is task 2. Task 2. We can call it analyzing what requirements. Requirements. Okay, of course it is by default they come as to do what? To do items. Then we can assign it to someone, a CISE, and we are saying that CISE and the team must analyze the requirement for a period of maybe 4 days. That is starting from tomorrow. That is 22nd, after requirements have been gathered. Then we can say the due day would maybe 20. At what time? Then we can choose any time, any time, depending. Yeah. May not have maybe subtasks here. Let's just proceed for purposes of time. Let's go back here. We can have task number 3 as what? So this design, coming up with what? Designs. Here we expect to have UI, UX. Then we also expect it to have wireframes. Also expect it will come up with EFDs, the RAPRO diagrams, charts, and so on. So we are going to assign this beyond the okay to Yiga. We shall also add Bakaruba, since it is maybe these are our designers. Then we shall also add another person. Then we say that these people, which it is, that is starting from, I can say, the 27th of September. Then the due date we can sign it. The what? At what time? Say maybe at depending. Yeah. Then we can go and add another task. Now, since design is done, then we can now go to develop stroke implementation, stroke construction, depending on how you want to call it. Yeah. Then after that, then we can say maybe we shall have what? Test. Then we shall have delivery. Yeah, maybe under testing, then we shall have assign this the team of Wanyana Jessica and the other people who belong to the quality assurance department will the outreach tests, user acceptance tests, and the other types of tests. Yeah, then we expect them to, yeah, we can add this UAT as well as can say that these people, like, let us just allocate any time for just learning purposes. Yeah, otherwise time may not be enough for us to do this. Yet I want us to get something. But when you are doing a real actual project, please be serious about the time that you do what you allocate to the work items. Yeah. Then let us go and once that is done, then let us go and also allocate a team that is going to work on development. Our programmers, we are going to allocate a team of programmers here. Here we have Albert. Here we have people like Jamira, like so they will also be part of that team. Then also we can have, where is this man? Where is this man, Tony? Finally. Okay. Then and say maybe programmers will start their work on the 20th and end their work on the start work on the 20th and end it on what? The 30th. Yes. Just praying that you are able to hear me, otherwise then once that is done, let's go to see what is remaining. Okay, delivery. Actually, before we go to delivery, let's first go back to evolve for implementation and subtasks. Like we shall have a team that will be responsible for executing the backend. It has quite a number of them where you have a set task type and assign the backend to a specific what individual like Albert. Then you can also, set the due date on that particular subtask. So then we can also have the front end team. A second, please. We shall have some subtasks here. That is, we have the back end, then we shall also have front end. Then we can assign our front end to one of the people in that particular what? Where is the yeah? Then we can do what? We can save. And so on. Basically, that is how you do what? You go doing whatever you want to do. So now we realize that yes, there is a to do. It has also a assignee, like who is responsible for that particular task. Then we also have the due date, have the priority or state. Now, priority, sometimes we can set them to urgent, we can set this maybe to high priority, can set something to normal, depending on how you prioritize your work items and tasks. Yeah. If something needs urgent attention, still you allocate it to what? An urgent status. Yeah. In case there is a comment you need to add, or is it is to what? Is how do you do so? Yeah, you can comments by tagging individuals, because when you tag them, they will receive a notification which will help them easily get attention to that particular item. So you can always can always just use art. You see, when I put art, then there is for me the team members where I can choose if I want to do what, capture their attention on this item. Is a handle. Is a handle with yes. Yeah. And comment. Okay. As that is done, then there is also and you can like you can do a lot. So now realize that that is in a list form, but you can manage this when it is on a board. You get when I click on a board, you see what it is being, you see what they display here. Sec. You see, so meaning that when the team starts working on getting stakeholders, we can move this card. So you can come here, just drag and drop here. Yes, so that whoever comes here, they will see that yes, the team is already working on this particular item. You get, they get to know when is it supposed to start, when is it supposed to end, what is it, and maybe what are some of the subtasks under it. Then when you start working on this, you do the same. You just keep doing moving them. Now we're moving them from to do where we have before, and then into progress. So where we have yes. Then in case we finish working on a particular ticket, then we can move it to complete. Yet, yeah. I think I sure this task has two unresolved items. So now you see, so they are telling us fine, but we have not accomplished interviewing and understanding the requirements you get. So we can just resolve these items. Now you see that they have done it. Now you cannot complete a ticket when it has unresolved items. So can have we just come back briefly. Yeah, you can maybe also move with this in case its dependents or the predecessors are done, then it can also start. And once everything is done, then you just keep doing moving. The same applies to this. In case it has unresolved items, like there is no way you can say you are done with the designs when you have not provided the UI UX, you have not provided the wireframes, the data flow diagrams, the flow charts, everything. So we need to first check on these subtasks. Once they are here, then we can do UI UX. Then we can set priority, due date, then time. We can do quite a number of these. Okay. So once that is okay, what we can do is we just tick. If like design is done, we just tick. And then we come to resolve this, then it can move to To also, you can rename this maybe from, and call them to do, doing, done. I mean, depending on how you want to rename your columns. So the same way how Microsoft Azure also manages its its work items and the teams. Because our project is here on the sides. So you can have a team, but you can actually work on various various projects, because now there is this one project too, which by default just came with the project, but you can either delete it or you can name, you can, I mean, quite a number of them. So now I always find it easy to manage this in what? On a board. Then you see you can look at your calendar, how work items are what? Uploaded. You get like analyzing the requirements. It's going to start from this time. There, I mean, you can always walk around with this. You can look at the Gantt what? Gantt chart, so that you get to know how your work items are what? Basically performing. Let's see. Limited what? Permissions. Yeah, because it is a free account, but once it is something that is paid for, then you can exhaust and get a lot. Just to cross to another tool here, where we have this is Microsoft Azure. It is a paid tool where you have almost a similar kind of what structure and layout that you can use. See now, like I manage this project in form of what? Form of frames that are clearly indicated here. It is running from particular date to this particular date. They show you how much time is remaining, how many columns do we have of it. We have the to do refine, we have doing, verify, there is also what? Also done. So like you can always play around with these tools. That is why I say I don't want to tie you particular single what tool, but I want you to have the skills on how to manage regardless of the experience with the tool, so long as you know what to do, so long as you are used with the terminologies, you can always find the tool easy, the way we have used the ClickUp. Yes, the way we have used the ClickUp to set up a simple project and we managed it, you get. So basically, that is how to manage a project using a software project management tool or software. Like ClickUp, you can use Trello, you can use Jira, you can use Monday, you can use quite a number of them. Get. So when you go to MTN, you may realize they're using a different one. When you go to maybe NSSF, you could find a different one. When you go to any bank, you can find when they're using a different one. But the concepts don't do what? Don't change. Yeah. So that is why I wanted us to base on an open source one. Then we can exhaust a few things here and there so that we can get to know how to achieve this. So I want members to put comments. I'm going to upload this so that you can put comments that I will base on to know where you need more help and also get feedback. Otherwise, thank you very much for being part of this session. I think I need to terminate this one.